Hi guys, I hope you're having a great weekend. Let's do the weekly outlook for euro dollar and gold. Let's start with euro dollar first. On the weekly time frame, we see that the swing structure is bullish, internal is bullish. We have these swing fair value gaps, which we can expect euro dollar to come and mitigate over a long period of time because this is a weekly time frame, so it takes time to develop. However, on the immediate structure, if you see, 2 weeks ago price had mitigated this weekly fair value gap, and last week we have received a bullish initiation with our weekly candle closing above the body of the previous weekly candle, which means that this buy side liquidity on the weekly time frame could be the next drawn liquidity. Now let's go and validate it on the H4 time frame. How does it look? On the H4 time frame, let's focus here first. Our swing structure is bullish. Internal had shifted bearish on Friday. Possible reasons being there are these H4 fair value gaps at the discount area, which could be the next drawn liquidity for euro dollar before it mitigates this buy side liquidity. So this is the internal range liquidity which we want price to mitigate first, because the internal is bearish, and then we see this external liquidity engineered already to facilitate the move towards the weekly external liquidity. So this is how we can match the internal versus external. So the plan is very clear. Until and unless the H4 remains bearish, we wait for the mitigation of this H4 fair value gap, and then we target the buy side liquidity on the weekly level. Let's go and analyze euro dollar now. On euro dollar, the swing structure is bullish, internal is also bullish. We have these fair value gaps which we can expect gold to mitigate over a long period of time, as this is a weekly time frame. For the last 3 months, price has been consolidating since end of April. We are at the end of July now, so it's really been 3 months. The price has been consolidating at the same level. In this internal leg, price had mitigated this fair value gap and given a bullish initiation, so we can also assume that the weekly time frames internal structures objective has been completed. Now let's go and look at the H4 time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, our swing structure is bullish. On mid last week, the internal had shifted bearish. We have mitigated all the fair value gaps of the swing leg. This means that we can safely assume that the swing pullback may have been completed. So now should we start looking for longs right away? No, because we don't really have a point of interest. How do we create a point of interest? Is we should wait for this H4 fair value gap to get inverted so that we get our point of interest for taking a long position. Currently, I am not interested in taking a long or a short in gold unless H4 shifts bearish and tells us otherwise. If not, I would wait for this H4 fair value gap to get inverted very patiently through next week, even if it takes up to mid next week. I'm not in a hurry, and then only I will try to play a pro swing, pro internal high probability setup. So this is the outlook for euro dollar and gold. Just to summarize, on euro dollar, swing is bullish, internal is bearish. We wait for mitigation of H4 FVG and then take a long position. In gold, swing is bullish, internal is bearish. We have completed the swing pullback objective, so I would be waiting for the H4 fair value gap to get inverted so that we get a point of interest to take a long position. So this is the outlook for gold and euro dollar. I hope you guys have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you so much, and please follow my channel if you're not following it. Thank you.